Hi there, you are going to join my friend Jen and me at the Goodwill.
Ooh.
1998, or no, 86, 1986. It's only $2.99, Jen. Are you sure you don't need that?
I do, actually. As much as I need the pumpkin bear. That lights up.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You can keep them from fall to Halloween, or Halloween to fall. I have filmed at this Goodwill before, and I am always with my friend Jen when I do come to this Goodwill because it is nearby where she lives. I saw this vintage Walt Disney Florida tin. My mom always called these tacky tin tourist trays just for fun, not to be mean about it. But I thought it was neat that it was old and it was Florida and it was Disney. This had a little chip on the edge, and at the time I was like, oh, I think it's missing its lid, but I think it was missing the glass votive insert. So I should have really thought more about that because I've sold those before. It's Halloween. It is Boyd's, but like I say, I think Halloween sells a little bit better for items that are kind of more commonplace like Boyd's Bears. That's just my own opinion. And then this Goodwill still is the smaller one. Has a very small hard goods section, but they're still separating by colors, which I just tend to like. So it was nice being in the yellow section with you. Here we have a little vintage recipe box, and then there was a whole set of these Asian inspired dishes. I'm not sure if it was China or Japan in origin, but there was a whole bunch of them. Someone had taken them out of the bag, I think. I wasn't really quite feeling it, so I didn't look too much further into them. Whistle for your milk? No, it doesn't because it's only one hand. Oh, darn. Aw, look, it's broken. That's old. Look, his butt's broken. That's a shame. That's a shame. It's cute. I would have picked it up just because it was cute and I liked the style of it, so I was interested to see what recent solds were, and here are some recent solds from Worth Point. $4.99 for all those. Oh, they're cheese signs. Brie. Brie. Cheese pottery.
Oh, there's two of them.
Cheddar. Oh, I thought it said cheddar, but it's cheddar. I think, did cookies go in those? What's that one say? I think they're all different cheeses. Let's see. We were here the day before Valentine's Day. I thought this would have been perfect if I had found it a couple weeks earlier. It was a very nice glass bowl. And then I also spied this vintage planter. And then also on the end cap, oh, here's a yin yang clock. This was originally $21.99. It's now $1.99. You won again. You won at the other store too. And it has a prayer, so I'm thinking it's 2 points. I found what you've been looking for. I found it. Yes? It's Easter and Mardi Gras.
It's very purple.
It's only $2.99.
Favorite.
Calming Carnations Embroidery Duo Kit.
Oh, I used to know how to do that.
And here's some hearts, crocheted hearts. God bless America.
Oh. Oh.
America. This must be their Valentine's section. It's kind of...
It's over. Although you would think
Yeah.
the scapbooks is like all my favorite things.
Yeah, but does your lamp stare at you at night? Does your lamp stare at you at night, though?
That one would freak me out too. Look at that.
I know. This one's pretty, actually. I always like to check out these paperweights if they have some kind of historical place or some kind of interesting place on them, or if they're old. This looks like a birthday cake.
Yeah.
That's really old. Look at that plug. That's safe. It's only $8.
It's true, it's kind of almost old.
Yeah. Oh, and this is like a
Yeah.
shade. This was an interesting piece. It looked like a resin pour that someone had made it into a bowl or a flower. I was expecting it to be glass, but I think it was a resin material. There's only one of these plates. It's Tracy. Do you need any little thirsty cups? Oh, thirst rate. Get it? Thirst rate. This was a cute little creamer. I probably would have been more interested if the sugar bowl was with it. Had a nice springtime design. And then I'm kind of giving you a look at the shelves as well, a quick look. There were a whole bunch of these brass knobs, but I didn't want to take the time to look through them to see if they were in good shape or not.
The one that I kill all the answers. I can do that.
Oh, whoops.
That's cute.
That is cute. It has a lot of powder stain on it though.
Or they used it for toothbrushes or something.
Oh, don't say that. That's so gross.
I just touched it.
Ew.
Oh, these are fun.
Oh, there's a peace tree.
Oh, it looks handy.
We had been talking about signs that people put up in their house and on their front porch, and then I was pointing this out to Jen that this is the type of signs that I like. The old school trivets. You usually see these trivets in local tourist shops here for Lancaster County. Yes, I remember you. What were you cutting up? I saw
Carrots.
you. Yes.
Really They're the best ever.
Yeah. Clever cutter.
Clever cutter. Yep. Oh, it's even brand name ones.
Mmm.
They are really handy dandy.
Endorsed by Jen.
Endorsed.
The mushrooms are what caught my eye on this hobbyist piece. It's just a little water pitcher and bowl, but the glaze on it was a little bit too overpowering, and I think it kind of took away from the mushroom design on it. I believe that this was Avon, a little honeybee jar. And then down here, I'm going to show you in a couple seconds. There we go. Down here was this plate, and to me, I look at these plates and I go, oh, that's Pennsbury pottery. But then when I flipped it over, it said Glenview pottery. So I decided when I got home, I was going to look up to see if Pennsbury pottery and Glenview pottery are the same thing. But here are some recent solds. Here are some recent solds of the decorative plates. I think if you have more of the same, they might be better sellers for you. And then this is some information that I got off the internet, that it was founded by Henry and Lee Below, and it was named Pennsbury due to the proximity of Pennsbury Manor. The company created hand-decorated art pottery with a very distinctive look, and it closed in 1970. Other potteries are listed that also include Glenview, Pennington, and Lewis Brothers. So now I know that if you see Glenview or Pennington and Lewis Brothers, it's part of Pennsbury pottery. This was a cardinal candle holder, you put it on top of your lit candle and it keeps the soot from going up on your ceiling. And then over in the clear glass section, I found this really pretty glass dolphin. It was only $3.99. The prices at this Goodwill were very reasonably priced. It seems like my area is a little bit higher. And then these are made by Williams Sonoma. And I mentioned to Jen, I was like, you know what these look like? They look like the cups that your French fries come in. And then when I looked them up, that's what they call them. I thought they're super cute. And in case you were curious about what some recent solds were on these newspaper cone ceramic French fry holders, here are some recent solds off of Worth Point again. I think they're super cute. I really like the style of them. And then also in the same little white section area here, they had some cups and some other cups here in the back are in a bag. And I'm kind of laughing because I picked up more cups. I'm trying not to, but these were so neat. And when you hold them up to the light, you can see right through them. They're fine bone china. And here are some recent solds by Heath McCabe. Sorry if I mispronounced it. So here are some recent ones. And there's my recent one. So I was pretty glad to find those. I thought this was interesting because it said Ponderosa and it was also said Lake Tahoe, Nevada. My family would go up to Lake Tahoe periodically when I was growing up in California. I wanted to see where these were made, so I was flipping this over. That one was made in China, and this one was more recent with the barcode on it. This would be perfect if your name was Marie. And then they had some little dishes, little trinket dishes. I thought that was cute. You are what you eat, so eat something cute. This area in the Goodwill tends to be a little bit bigger than the rest of the store, so that is why I'm taking longer to look through all of the white colored items. They had a nice selection. It was fun digging through them all. These were two little flocked Easter bunny rabbit figurines. I thought they were super cute. I did find some other Easter items. If you caught on before when Jen found the praying hands, we had gone to another thrift store before this one, so I'm going to show you at the end of the video some other Easter items that I picked up at that thrift store. We were kind of winding down our trip here to Goodwill. I found a Vera Bradley briefcase purse. It is only missing the strap. It's in really great condition. And then in the Christmas section, I found this Hummel or Goebel little angel figurine with the original candle. So I thought that was really sweet. Nothing was broken off of it. So that kind of always pushes me to pick up things if they're not broken off. And it's just the lid. Oh, there you go. Some crafts. Santa's Magical Cookies. Oh, from Kmart. There were a lot of these, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw those over there.
Oh, look at this Happy Halloween stuff.
That's cool.
There you go.
What I like.
Christmas duck.
I don't really need it.
This would be perfect if you had a... Let me see. I was going to say if you had it in school, but then there's like blood. So maybe not. Maybe not for school. A little spooky. These are cute, the 12 to 8 days of Christmas placemats. Placemats. Do you like how I said that? Placemats. Made in China. Town and country. Those are cute.
Jump right on over.
Here are the cheese signs, and on the back of this one, it said that it has a food-safe glaze and to hand wash them. Here are the French fry cup holders with the newspaper print that goes all the way around. And then here are the little dippy for your ketchup or your sauce or whatever you want to put in there. Both of them were in one, and the top one came out, and then the second one was stuck. I almost didn't think I was going to be able to get it out, but I persevered. I got it out. There's the bottom. You can see Williams-Sonoma there. Let me put it in focus so you can see. Here are the two cups that I got. So pretty. And like I said, if you hold it up to the light, you can see my finger waving at you. Look at that. They're so pretty. I did decide to get the two bunnies. They're in really great shape. They have a nice weight to them. They are not marked, and I like how they are similar but not the same. I had found one of these at my favorite Goodwill. It still had the strap and it inside it, and it looked like it had never been used, but I checked out the handle on this one. It doesn't have any stains that I can see, and then the bottom is in really good shape. I don't see any stains from someone setting it on the ground, and the inside looks really nice as well. Let me do this one-handed. There you can see. I just think this is so pretty. It's so nice and bright. I can't resist, and the price was really good too. You saw me pick this up towards the end of our shopping trip. I thought it was very sweet. No chips or cracks. Has the original candle with it. There's the mark on the bottom. And now I'm going to show you the things that I picked up when we went to the first thrift store, but I didn't film there. I found some Easter items. This creamer with the bunny rabbit and the daffodils I thought was very sweet. It is marked on the bottom Sakura. They didn't have the sugar bowl, but I thought that creamer was really, really cute. It would make a nice display. And then this one was very sweet. This one is marked handcrafted and painted in Spain. It does have some crazing that was more evident when I cleaned it out and washed it. I thought that was sweet. And then I can't resist a good hobbyist piece. It wasn't a purple bunny, but it was a bunny pulling a purple egg. And I thought it was very nicely painted. When I took the price tag off, I noticed that it was marked on the bottom. It didn't have a year, which I always like to see a year. And then I flipped it over and I realized it was Linda's. But, oh, Indy's right behind me. That was the snorting that you just heard. This is for Linda, but I think it's still fabulous anyway. I think the painter did a great job, and it's on the back. And win-win if your name is Linda or you know somebody named Linda that you want to gift it to. So those are the 3 things that I got at the thrift store before you saw Jen and me shopping at Goodwill. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much to everyone who watched our Valentine's special of Jimmy, Jenny, and me trying out chocolate. I really liked reading over your comments. You had some really funny comments, and I really liked hearing the different brands of chocolate that I haven't heard of that I'll definitely be on the lookout for. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see ya.